Hey everyone, how's it going? So, I'm going to be doing a review here on Genshin Impact and the looking into the future of the game. As you guys may not be aware, or may have been, there has been the new reveal for the 1.1 update to 1.3 that has been revealed on the official website. They revealed what's coming. The next 1.1 update will be coming November 11th, it looks like, around that day. So far, I've really been enjoying the game, like fully on enjoying it. The main problem that I've been having is for sure the resin, okay? Everyone's been talking about the resin cap, whatever, blah, 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 blah. The resin, it's not the greatest system ever made, for sure. You need to have resin in order to awaken characters, to get materials for characters, to even do any, like literally anything in the game, you need resin. You only get 120 of it and it regenerates one per every 8 minutes. Now, I don't think this is a terrible system, right? But they just need to increase the cap of the resin you get, maybe from 120 to 160. It scales with maybe your adventure rank. Maybe every time you get a world level, it gives you plus 20 resin. Something along those natures. Maybe it reduce the time needed. Instead of getting one every 8 minutes, maybe one every 4 minutes, 5 minutes would be much, much better. It would save a lot of people tons of time. I know this is a gacha game, but there's other gacha games. For example, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. Instead of resin, it's called stamina, and you'll regenerate stamina, and it will give you one every 5 minutes, and it increases with your level. Now, for Genshin Impact, obviously, it's 120 from level 1 to level a million, you know? It severely limits how much you can play the game, and it limits just the things overall that you can do, and it really, really hurts the free-to-play fan base. Like, for example, people want to put in the hours, and they want to grind, and they want to get all the characters and do all this other stuff, but they can't because they don't have a resin cap, and they don't feel like spending the money to increase the resin or wasting their original resin and get only 60, which I think is ridiculous. The original resin should either fully replenish it or it should give you like 80 or 100. I think 60 is way too short for how rare the original resin material is. If you are free to play, I recommend summoning on this Venti banner. It's good for free to play players, and it's bad if you summon too much, okay, on this Venti banner. As soon as you get Venti and a dupe of maybe Fischl, as soon as you pull all the units on the banner, you probably should hop out. One, I have pulled a Venti, I pulled Fischl, I pulled Jingling, I pulled Barbara, okay? I have fully 6 Constellation Barbara, okay? I don't feel like summoning again, getting a waste of a character when it could have been, you know, maybe a Razor, or it could have been anyone, a Diluc, a Jean. So far, like, my review of this gacha system is, if you don't summon, you probably are going to have a bad time in the game. You're going to have to summon. Even as free to play, they do give you a good amount of these primo gems for you to get for free to do at least, I think, about 4 or 5 multis once you're like level 7. Now, if you're like me and you get severely unlucky and you haven't even pulled a 5-star off of your 5 multis, I suggest re-rolling. Especially if you're low level. But once you start to get into 10, 15, 20, like, don't. You just stay with your count at that point. There's no point. You just wasted so much of your time. But if you are already committed to your account, if you already put money in, and you're like, should I reroll? Should I not reroll? Don't reroll, okay? If you put money into any game, never reroll. Just go with the account you have, okay? You will get a 5-star. It's literally guaranteed. After you do 90 summons, you are guaranteed a 5-star. You will get one eventually. You just either have to be patient or you just hope you get it lucky again. Now, my personal favorite characters to run are definitely Fischl. She's number 1 easily. Venti. He completes every team for me. Venti is ridiculous. And then you throw in a Venti ult, right? It does a lot of damage, okay? That Venti ult it's literally like a giant black hole he shoots out of wind. And it just sucks everything up, except for elites, of course. But mostly smaller enemies, or enemies without their shields, slimes, anything. It sucks them up, and it keeps them in this one condensed spot. And it's very, very powerful. It destroys anything if you combine it with lightning, fire, anything. It just destroys. So I don't know how I feel overall about this game. I'm very much enjoying it, okay? The game, it's one of the best, if not the best, free-to-play games I've ever played, up there with games like Apex Legends, CSGO, You know, games like that, like the big free-to-play games, right? I really, really am enjoying this game. This is an amazing game considering you can play it for free. The world, the lore, everything about it is great so far, okay? So far. I've been enjoying everything. I don't know how I feel about, you know, the story having this locked behind, you know, these updates because I honestly, I'd rather just, you know, have a main story completely finished. The game feels a little too rushed. Maybe they pushed out the game a little too fast. Maybe they could have waited a little longer because this is the big problem, and this is going for the future here. The big problem I'm having right now is the 6 weeks of dry period contents that they have planned in their website. They have over 6 weeks for every major update. So update 1.1, for example, is coming out November 11th, right? And the day of recording this, it is currently October 9th. That's a long wait, right? That's a super long wait. I don't know how I particularly feel about that, especially people, content creators, anyone, YouTubers, doesn't matter, even if you just enjoy the game and you like playing the game and you just want to be the best at the game. There's nothing really to do now. Like, the game is really dry now. After you complete the story, the content goes from high to basically nothing. There's almost nothing to do except for log in, use your resin, maybe do the daily battle pass things, summon maybe, spend money on the game, and that's literally it. Except for maybe waiting every week and then doing the wolf challenge or fighting Storm Terror or doing stuff like that. That's the only other like extra rewards you really can get. Hopefully they do not add PvP. That would be so bad. It would completely destroy this game. So let's say you're enjoying the game and you're putting like maybe 4 hours a day into it. You're grinding the story, you're loving the lore, you're loving the characters, you know, and then you hit the wall. The Adventure Rank 30 wall. The inevitable wall that every player will hit if you continue playing this game. So far, this wall hasn't been too bad, but I've had to literally, you know, every day I've had to refresh the resin with my Primo Gems that I have to buy because I want to be high level. I want to be up there, and I want to, you know, be able to produce content and do all this other stuff. And I can't because, as I've talked about before, the resin system is, I'm not going to say it's garbage. It's not the best I've ever seen from a gacha game. There's plenty other gacha games that have better, you know, stamina systems or just systems in general to keep. I don't think there's almost any other game. There might be a few out there, maybe, you know, a few, but the pity system for their 5 stars is ridiculously good. Like, the 5-star pity system is really, really good. You tell me I do 9 multis and I'm guaranteed a 5-star? Dude, are you... That's insane. What I'm hoping for also in the future is I'm hoping for the co-op feature to be more elaborated on, and hopefully they add some more co-op features. Now, the optimization, you know, right now I think 60 FPS it's good, okay? I think it's good enough. The game looks great. Especially on all high at 60 FPS. The game looks amazing. Hopefully they're able to remove that cap limit, remove VSync, everything, remove that so you're able to play it at whatever frames your PC can basically handle and put up. I know 60 FPS is good. You can see a big difference once you go from 60 to 144. You see a major difference. So I get why people are upset about that. Hopefully they add that for the future. Hopefully they do add something. I'm just anything, like an event, something to do. You know, something that gives you rewards, something that gives you XP, anything before this 1.1 update. Because if it's not, then it's going to be just a month right now. I hope it's not true. I hope they add at least something. But right now, it's just a straight month of nothing. And I know some gacha games are like that. And I know sometimes some games can get super dry, but they don't last for a month of dryness. It's gonna cut the fan base for sure. All right, and that was my review and a little look into the future of what's to come for this game. As I said, I really do enjoy this game. I really, really do. I will summon again. If you are looking to have a game that gives you content for some time, 3 days of just straight storytelling, maybe if you like grinding games, this game's perfect. But until then, I think that this game is it's gonna need some improvements, and this 1.1 update that's coming. It's coming maybe maybe it's lasting a little too long. Maybe it could come a little sooner. Hopefully it comes sooner because it's just an estimated date for now. November 11th is the date that they plan to release it, but is an approximate date. So the date can be subject to change. Hopefully nothing later than November 11th. Anything later, if it gets delayed or something like that, that'll make a lot of people upset, including me. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.